Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at task 20H. Okay, the question says open the file staff.csv. This file lists some workers on another project and lists each worker's job. Okay, place formulae in cells B24 to B28 to count how many of each type of worker are employed on the project. Okay, so I'll answer this question and then I'll come back to answer the rest of the other part of the question. Okay, because there are other questions here. Okay, so let me go forward. So I already have my my staff.csv file open. All right. So the first thing I normally do is to save the file as the task name. Okay, so I'm going to save it as task 20H. Okay, of course as workbook. All right, so I have task 20H. Okay, I save that. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is making sure that my data are all showing properly, right, by adjusting this so everything is showing properly. Okay, so the function that we're going to use to answer these questions is COUNTIF function. Okay, which says this looks at the cells within a given range and counts the number of what cells in that range that meets a what given condition. Okay, the condition is placed in the function and can be a number, text, an inequality, or a cell reference. Okay, so now we're going to answer the first part of the question. So we're going to place a formula between B24, cell B24 to B28, okay, which will give us within this range here, which will give us the number of directors here and also analysts here. Okay, so within this particular range, so we're going to use this time the COUNTIF function, not the counter or the count function. We're going to use the COUNTIF function to do this. Okay, so I'm going to explain that as I do it. Okay, so I'm going to have equal sign here, the COUNTIF, right? So I'm going to select a range from which is B3 to B21. All right, and making sure that they are absolute cell reference, right, by selecting and pressing what F4, which locks them in. Right, good. So because I want COUNTIF to work within that range, right? Good stuff. So what I'm gonna, the next thing I'm gonna, so this is my range now. So I want the COUNTIF wherever it sees this, the content of this cell, which is A24, is going to count it as 1, 2, 3. That's the number of times it encounters what's it called, the director, which is the content of A24. Okay, and then it will give me the number of times it encounters it within that particular range. Okay, so I'll say enter. So within this range now we have only one director within this job, right? So for this job listed, the jobs listed here, we have only one director in there, right? Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to go ahead to start repeating the formula or all that, right? The only thing I'm going to do now is to replicate the formula. Now if I replicate the formula, the cells that changes is just the relative, okay, the relative cell reference. So it changes from A24 to A25 to what's it called, A26 and all whatnot. Okay, so which means that when it gets to this point, it changes to A25, which is here, right? So wherever it sees within the particular range, wherever it sees within this particular range, whenever it sees analyst, it's going to give us the number of times it encounters it. Okay, and the same thing with here, right, and all that. Okay, so if you have not watched the video on how to about absolute and relative cell reference, you can watch one of my videos where I explain that. Okay, so this is how you can answer this question. Okay, so if you look at let's look at engineer. So if you go through this range now to count the number of engineer that is within this job, okay, you will find out that there are 4 of them. And the same thing with programmer. If you count the number of programmers we have within this range, you find out that there are 8 of them. So Now I believe that you get the gist. Okay, so the next question says that we should place a formula in cell B31 to count the number of employees with less than 5 years experience, and also place a formula in cell B32 to count the number of employees with 10 or more years experience. Right? Good. So it's already written there. So what we're going to have here, so of course the number of experience is here, right? So this is our range right here. All right, so what we're going to do here is simply equal sign COUNTIF, right? And we're going to have our range selected. Okay, so within this range, wherever it encounters number of experience less than 5 is going to give us the number of times encounters experience less than 5, something like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is first of all lock this, first of all make it absolute cell reference, because I don't want it to change. I don't want any to change it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to have my condition. Okay, the condition in here is less than what? Less than 5. Okay, so if you put this in quotation mark, Excel will know that a formula is coming in. So when you have less than 5 as quotation mark, Excel will know that is what a formula that is coming in, not really like to match anything anywhere. Okay, unlike what we did here. Okay, where it matches director within that range or matches analyst within a particular range. So here it is in what the condition is in quotation mark, telling Excel is what a mathematical what condition. Okay, so by the time we enter that, we're going to have 7 there. Okay, so the right answer there should be what? 7. Okay, so that's the number of experience less than what? 5. The next one we're going to have is the number of experience greater than or equal to what? 10, right? So we have the count again. So let me just do this count in small letter. Okay, you can actually have it in small letter. It's not a must that it has to be capital letter. All right, so I can select my range again. Okay, I can select my range again and then select that and then pressing F4 to make it absolute. Okay, then comma, so I can have my quotation mark right there. Okay, and then I can have greater than or equal to 10 right there. Okay, so you can either close or you can just press enter, but I like to close. So right, so oh, something is wrong. Okay, so I made a mistake. I added that hash sign by mistake, so I can enter that. Okay, so we have 5 right there. Okay, so that's how you can answer the question. Okay, now there are quite a number of ways you can do this. Okay, but this is the best way to do it. Okay, you can choose to your ranges, you can, all these your absolute ranges, you can choose to name them. You can give them a name range. Okay, you can give them a name, right? Within that range, just select them and then create a name range using that particular range, and then you can also answer that. So if you have not watched the video on how to name ranges, you can watch one of my videos. I've already done a video like that. Okay, so and this is how you can answer this question. Please, if you have any question, please, you can leave a comment down below. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos and share. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.